One sunny morning, a child named Sam woke up in a place that was not their bed. Sam looked around and everything was different. The houses were made of gingerbread. The trees were made of candy canes. The rivers were chocolate. Sam was surprised and did not know how they got there. He looked at the sky. It was like a rainbow of jelly beans. Sam said, "I must find my way home. But first, I will need help." Sam walked on the gummy bear path and saw a lollipop house. Inside lived a bunny who was made of marshmallow. "Hello, Mr. Bunny," Sam said. "Can you help me find my way home?" The bunny smiled and said, "Of course, Sam. But first, you must find the candy key. It will help you open the door to go back home." "Where can I find the candy key?" Sam asked. "It is in the jelly forest," said Mr. Bunny. "But be careful of the Sour Patch mud. It is sticky and can slow you down." Sam thanked Mr. Bunny and hurried to the jelly forest. The trees there were tall and sweet. Sam made sure to avoid the Sour Patch mud and used the gummy bridges to cross the chocolate river. Finally, Sam found the candy key under a big cupcake. It was shiny and shaped like a star. Sam was happy and knew that it was the key to going back home. With the candy key, Sam went back to Mr. Bunny. The bunny showed Sam a big, shiny door made of peppermint. "Use the candy key here," Mr. Bunny said. Sam turned the key in the lock. Suddenly, there was a bright light. Sam closed their eyes for a moment. When Sam opened their eyes again, they were back in their own bed. The sun was shining, and everything looked normal. Sam smiled and thought, "What a sweet adventure." Even if it was a dream, Sam would never forget the candy world. Sam told their friends about the adventure. And every time Sam ate candy, they remembered their fun and silly journey home.
Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young witch named Lily. She was kind and curious. Lily had a brother named Tom. Tom was a non-magical boy, but he was clever and brave. One day, Lily found an old dusty book in the attic. It was a book of spells. She was very excited, so she decided to try a small spell. The spell was called Switcheroo Powers. Lily read the spell aloud. Suddenly, a strange light filled the room. She felt a funny sensation. Then, everything was calm again, and she closed the book. The next morning, Lily tried to use her magic to make breakfast, but something was wrong. Meanwhile, Tom was in his room thinking about his day. He wished he could turn the light off without getting up. Suddenly, with just a thought, the light switched off. Tom was shocked. "I have magic," he exclaimed. He ran to find Lily. "Lily, I think I have your powers," he said excitedly. Lily was surprised but remembered the spell. "Oh no, we switched powers," she realized. At first, it was fun. Tom enjoyed using magic. He floated toys and changed the colors of his clothes with a flick of his hand. But they knew they had to switch back. So, they went back to the attic, found the book, and read the spell again together. Suddenly, the strange light came back. They felt a funny sensation once more. When the light faded, Lily tried her magic again, and it worked. Tom was happy to be himself again, too. "I think I want to learn real magic," Tom said. "I learned that it's not just about spells but about being brave and clever." Lily smiled, "And I learned that living without magic can be an adventure, too." From that day, Lily and Tom shared everything, magical or not. Together, they made every day a magical adventure.
Anna was excited for her vacation at the beach. She loved the sound of waves and the smell of salty air. One morning, Anna saw something amazing while she was playing on the sand. It was a dolphin. Anna watched the dolphin jump and swim. Its skin was smooth and shiny under the sun. The dolphin was friendly and curious, just like Anna. "Hello," Anna said to the dolphin. The dolphin made a joyful sound. Anna remembered the news from her mom about how they should respect marine life. It swam closer and made a splash. Anna couldn't believe how playful the dolphin was. Every day, she came to the beach to see her new friend. She learned that dolphins were very smart. Dolphins use sounds to talk to each other. Anna was amazed by how they lived in the ocean. During her vacation, Anna also learned the importance of ocean conservation. She saw a poster that said, "Save our seas." It was important to protect the ocean and the marine life living there. Anna told her family they should always recycle their plastic. Plastic can hurt marine life like her dolphin friend. Anna felt happy that she could help save the ocean. She was excited to learn more about marine life. Every time she saw the dolphin, she felt a little more connected to the water and all the creatures in it. Anna's vacation taught her a lot. Her friendship with the dolphin was special. She knew ocean conservation could keep her friendship with them safe.
In a small village, there was a library full of books. The children loved going there every day after school. One day, something strange happened. Suddenly, the lights at the library went out. The children looked at each other, wondering what to do. Anna, a clever girl with bright eyes, said, "Let's use our imaginations." Tommy, who always wanted to be a pirate, smiled and said, "Yes. We can pretend to be anything we want." The children started to play different roles. Anna pretended to be a brave astronaut, flying to the moon. She used chairs to make her spaceship. 3, 2, 1, blast off, she shouted. Tommy found a stick on the floor. He shouted, "I have a sword. I am a pirate searching for treasure." Tommy tiptoed around the room, looking for a hidden chest. Lily, a quiet girl with a loud imagination, said, "I am a queen in a magical kingdom." She placed books on her head as a crown and walked like royalty. The children laughed and played. They created a world full of adventures, all in their minds. Even without power, they had fun. After a few hours, the library's lights came back on. The children smiled and said, "We don't need lights to have fun. We just need our imaginations." The librarian was happy to see the children enjoying themselves. She said, "You have shown that with imagination, anything is possible." From that day on, the children learned that even without lights, they could have fun with just their imagination, and they were never bored again.
Alex is very excited. Alex is training for his first marathon. His marathon is in 3 months, so Alex runs every day. In the morning, Alex wakes up early. He drinks a big glass of water and eats a banana. After breakfast, Alex puts on his running shoes. He stretches his legs and arms. Stretching is important so Alex does not get hurt. Alex starts running in the park. The park is near Alex's house, and many people run there. Running in the park feels good in the morning. It is quiet and fresh. Alex enjoys the sound of birds and the wind in the trees. Every day, Alex runs a little bit more. On Monday, Alex runs 3 kilometers. On Wednesday, Alex runs 5 kilometers. On Friday, Alex runs 7 kilometers. Running different distances helps Alex get stronger. But Alex also faces challenges. Sometimes, Alex feels tired. Running can be hard when your muscles are sore or when you have a lot of things to think about. Alex must stay focused and keep his goal in mind. A little bit of rest is important, too, because it helps Alex not to feel too tired. To stay healthy, Alex eats a lot of fruits and vegetables. He drinks water and sometimes juice. Alex does not eat much candy or fast food. Eating good food helps Alex run better and feel happy. At the end of the week, Alex feels proud. It is not easy to training for a marathon. Each day, Alex feels stronger. Alex knows that with practice and determination, he can finish the marathon. Alex thinks about the big day. Running 42 kilometers is not easy, but Alex believes in himself. Alex can do it. This journey is about learning how to stay fit and enjoy running.
Mr. Thompson was very excited. It was his first day as a bus driver for the school. He woke up early, got dressed in his new uniform, and drove to the bus yard. Today, he would take the children to school. Mr. Thompson started the bus and checked his map. He had his route prepared. But soon, he made a wrong turn. Instead of going to the main street, he went into a small road. The children on the bus looked out the windows. "This is fun," said Lily. "I never saw this part of the town before," added Sam. Mr. Thompson smiled nervously. He was lost, but he did not want to worry the children. "Let's call it an adventure. Let's see if we can find our way back," he said. As they drove, they saw a large park. "Look, there are people playing football," shouted Maximum. "Can we stop for a bit?" asked another child. "Only for a minute," said Mr. Thompson. They all got out and watched the match for a few moments. Then, they got back on the bus. Mr. Thompson tried to remember the map directions. He drove past the bakery, where the smell of fresh bread came through the windows. "I love that smell," said Emma. "My mom sometimes buys bread from there," said Tom. Finally, after a few more turns, they saw the school, and they were only a little late. "We made it!" Mr. Thompson cheered. "This was the best ride ever," said Lily. The principal was standing outside. She was worried at first but smiled when she saw the happy children. Everyone thanked Mr. Thompson for the fun trip. From that day on, the children always looked forward to Mr. Thompson's bus rides. He became not just a driver but part of their school adventures.
Leo had to give a presentation at school. He was very nervous. He was afraid to speak in front of his classmates. His teacher, Ms. White, said he would do great, but Leo was worried. Leo's best friends, Mia and Alex, noticed his worry. Mia said, "You can do it, Leo. We will help you practice." Alex nodded and said, "Yes, let's practice together." Every afternoon, after school, Leo practiced at home. He stood in front of Mia and Alex. He started to read his notes. At first, his voice was quiet, but Mia smiled and gave him a thumbs up. "Great job," she exclaimed. Alex added, "Try to speak a little louder. You are doing amazing." Leo felt their support. Each day, he became more confident. He could speak clearly and remember his words. He learned to make eye contact and to smile. On the day of the presentation, Leo stood in front of the class. His hands were shaking a little. He remembered Mia and Alex's encouragement. This made him feel calm and ready. As he started to speak, he saw his friends in the audience, smiling. Leo finished his presentation. Everyone clapped. Ms. White said, "Fantastic job, Leo." Leo smiled, knowing he had overcome his fear, thanks to his friends' support. Leo learned that with practice and encouragement, he could do anything. He was proud of himself, and so were Mia and Alex.
Once upon a time, there were two siblings, Mia and Luke. They lived in a quiet neighborhood with lots of big trees. In their backyard, there was an old tree house. Mia and Luke loved to play there. One Saturday afternoon, Mia and Luke climbed up to the treehouse. They took books, sandwiches, and drinks with them. They wanted to spend the whole afternoon playing. While they were inside, Luke touched the back wall, and it made a strange sound. "What was that?" asked Mia. Luke shrugged. "I don't know, but let's check it out." They both pushed gently on the wall. Suddenly, the wall opened like a door. They peeked inside and couldn't believe their eyes. Behind the wall was a beautiful, magical forest. Tall trees reached up to the bright sky. Birds with colorful feathers flew around. Mia and Luke stepped into the forest, feeling amazed. "Wow, it smells so nice here," said Mia. Suddenly, they heard a voice. "Hello, Mia and Luke," it said. They turned around and saw a big squirrel standing near them. "Welcome to our magical forest," the squirrel said. "Did you just talk?" asked Luke, surprised. The squirrel laughed. "Yes, all animals here can talk. I am Sandy, the squirrel." Mia and Luke smiled. "This is so cool," said Mia. As they walked through the forest, the siblings met many other talking animals. A wise owl told them stories. A friendly deer showed them a beautiful spot with flowers. They spent hours in the forest, talking and playing with the animals. It was the most exciting day of their lives. Finally, the sun was setting, and Mia said, "We should go back now." Sandy the squirrel nodded. "You can visit anytime," it said. Mia and Luke left the magical forest and returned to their treehouse. They looked at each other, and Luke said, "We have found the best secret ever." From that day on, Mia and Luke visited their magical forest every weekend. It was their secret, and they promised to keep it forever.
Once upon a time, a family went on a road trip. There was a father, mother, son, and daughter. They were driving in their car to go to a nice beach. On the way, they got lost. The father said, "I think we should stop at the next town to ask for directions." The mother looked at the map and said, "But this town is not on the map. How can it be?" The children were excited. "Maybe it will be a fun place, like in stories," said the daughter. The son agreed, "Yes, let's go and see." When they arrived, the town looked very old. There were big trees, small houses, and a silent street. It seemed that time moved differently there. The father stopped the car, and they walked around. They met an old man. He was sitting in a chair, reading a newspaper. The father asked, "Excuse me, sir, can you tell us how to get to the beach?" The old man smiled and said, "The beach is very far, but you can stay here and enjoy the town for a while." The children wanted to see more. They saw kids playing with wooden toys and heard birds singing. The mother said, "Look, isn't it peaceful?" The father was surprised. "Yes, it feels like we are going back in time." The family decided to stay for a while. They walked more and found a small cafe. They sat down and had food. The son said, "I really like this place. I feel happy." The daughter said, "Me too, everything seems slow and calm here." The mother and father smiled and felt it too. After a wonderful afternoon, they finally got directions to the beach. But they were happy they found the forgotten town. On their way back home, the son said, "I think this town is magical." The father agreed, "Yes, it's a lovely surprise that we'll never forget." The family continued their road trip with hearts full of joy, heading towards their next adventure together.
This is a story about a letter. A girl named Emma wrote it. She wanted to send the letter to her friend, Leo, who lived in another city. Emma carefully wrote her letter with a big smile on her face. She was very excited. Then, she put the letter in an envelope. She wrote Leo's address on it and stuck a stamp on the corner. Emma walked to the nearby post office to send her letter. At the post office, the friendly clerk took Emma's letter and put it in a big sack with many other letters. Emma said goodbye to her letter. Then, the letter began its journey. The letter first traveled by a big red truck. The letter went along big streets with many cars and buses. After it was carried by the truck, the letter went to a big post office in the city center. There, the workers sorted the letters. They put Emma's letter with other letters going to Leo City. Next, the letter was carried by a plane. The plane flew above the clouds and was very fast. After it was carried by the plane, the letter landed at a post office in Leo City. The workers there sorted the letters again and put Emma's letter in a small bag. Finally, the letter was carried by a postman. The postman rode a bicycle to Leo's house. He rang the bell and waited. Leo opened the door. "It's a letter for you," said the postman. Leo took the letter and read it. He smiled. Inside the letter, Emma had written about her summer holidays and asked Leo how he was doing. He decided to write back to Emma and tell her about his summer holiday. And so, the little letter completed its long journey and made Leo smile.
It was a rainy day, and the sky was gray. The rain was falling heavily, so Ava and Ben could not play outside like they wanted. They were feeling a bit bored. Suddenly, Ava had an idea. She turned to Ben and said, "Let's make our own indoor games. It will be fun and creative." Ben smiled, excited by the idea. They both went to the living room to start planning. First, they decided to make a game using pillows. Ava explained, "We can stack the pillows and pretend it's a mountain. Let's climb the mountain without falling." Ben loved the idea. They stacked the pillows high and began climbing. Ava said, "Watch me. I will jump over the pillows." Ben clapped his hands and cheered. Then she jumped and landed safely. Next, Ben had an idea for a ball game. He took a soft ball and said, "We can play catch, but we have to stand on one foot while throwing." Ava agreed. They both stood on one foot and threw the ball to each other. They laughed whenever one of them wobbled. For their last indoor game, Ava suggested, "Let's create a treasure hunt." Ben asked, "How would we do that?" Ava replied, "We hide something special and then make a map for each other to find it." Ben loved this game the most. They each created maps and hid treasures around the house. Sometimes they hid treasures under a table or behind a curtain. "I found it!" Ava shouted with joy when she discovered Ben's hidden treasure. The rainy day passed quickly, and the siblings enjoyed their creative indoor games. They realized that sometimes the best fun and creative moments happen inside, even when it's raining outside.
Robo was a special student. He was a robot. He came to Wheatfield School to learn about human friendships. Every morning, Robo said, "Hello," to everyone. He had a friendly voice. Students liked to say hello back. Robo wanted to understand feelings. He would ask, "How do you feel today?" One day, Robo saw Sarah crying in the playground. He moved closer and asked, "Why are you sad?" Sarah said, "I lost my lunch." Robo thought and then shared a sandwich with her. Sarah smiled and said, "Thank you." Robo learned that sharing can make friends happy. In class, the teacher talked about stories. Robo listened. He asked, "What is your favorite story?" His friend Max said, "I like stories about adventure." Robo noted this. Later, Robo read an adventure book. He discussed the story with Max, and Max was happy. At recess, Robo saw a game of soccer. He did not know how to play. Max showed Robo how to kick the ball. Robo tried and said, "This is fun." Max laughed and said, "You are learning very fast." Robo learned that playing together makes people feel close. Every day, Robo learned more about human communication. He learned to say thank you and please. He learned to listen when friends talked. Robo understood that listening is important to making friends. Robo was happy at Wheatfield School. He had many human friends. He learned that feelings are important. Friendships need talking, listening, and sometimes sharing a sandwich. Robo loved being in school, and his journey of learning about friendships continued.
One sunny morning, Maya decided to start a kindness club at school. She wanted to spread joy and make everyone feel happier. Maya gathered her friends and shared her idea. "Let's do small acts of kindness," she said. They all agreed with her plan. Every day, the club members did something nice for someone else. Sometimes they helped a classmate carry heavy books. Other times, they made thank you cards for their teachers. Everyone smiled more, and the school felt warmer. Soon, the kindness club grew bigger. More students joined and tried to learn about empathy. They understood how important it was to care about others. Maya felt happy because kindness was spreading through the school. The kindness club showed everyone how a small good deed could create big positive changes.
Once upon a time in a small village, there was a child named Timmy. He loved to draw. Timmy's drawings were full of colors, smiles, and animals. One sunny afternoon, while walking through the forest, he found an old, magical paintbrush lying among the leaves. Excitedly, Timmy picked up the paintbrush. It sparkled with a mysterious glow. He rushed home to try it out, unaware of its secret powers. At home, Timmy drew a small bird using the magical paintbrush. To his amazement, the bird flapped its wings and flew off the paper. It chirped happily and circled around his room. "Wow! This paintbrush is magical!" Timmy exclaimed. Encouraged by his success, Timmy decided to draw a cat next. The cat jumped off the page and started to chase the bird around the room. The bird flew faster, trying to escape the playful cat. "Oh no!" Timmy cried. "I must stop them before they break something." Timmy drew a soft bed with the magical paintbrush for the cat. The cat, seeing the cozy spot, jumped onto the bed and purred contentedly. Meanwhile, the bird perched calmly on Timmy's shoulder. The next day, Timmy wanted to share his new discovery with his friend Jenny. He showed them how the magical paintbrush worked. Jenny suggested drawing a big, friendly dragon. Timmy finished drawing the dragon, but this time, the paintbrush glowed even brighter. The dragon slowly emerged from the paper and roared loudly. Its roar was frightening, not like the friendly creature they had imagined. The two friends stood frozen for a moment. Then, Timmy quickly drew a shiny red apple. The dragon, now focused on the apple, stopped roaring and gently nibbled on it. Soon, the dragon was calm and friendly, just as Timmy had hoped. The friends realized that the magical paintbrush could bring both joy and trouble. They decided to be careful with what they drew and to always think carefully about their creations. Timmy continued to draw with his magical paintbrush, learning from each creation. He learned that while magic can bring excitement and wonder, it requires responsibility and care.
Lily is a little girl. Today is a special day for her. She is going to the dentist for the first time. Lily is a bit scared. Her mom tells her not to worry. "The dentist is friendly," says Mom. "The dentist helps take care of your teeth and keeps them healthy." Lily thinks about her teeth. She brushes her teeth every day. Lily learns that it is important to have clean and strong teeth. At the dentist's office, Lily sees many things. She sees a big chair. The dentist tells Lily to sit in the chair. "This chair goes up and down," says the dentist. It helps me look at your teeth better. Lily is surprised. The chair is fun. It is just like a ride. Next, the dentist shows Lily a tool. This is my mirror, he says. I use it to see your teeth. Lily smiles. She remembers her mom's words about keeping teeth healthy. The dentist checks Lily's teeth and says, "Good job, Lily. Your teeth are very clean." Lily is happy. She is not scared anymore. "You did great," says the dentist. Remember to brush your teeth every morning and night and visit the dentist regularly. Lily learns a lot today at the dentist. She learns that dentists are friendly and caring. She also learns that taking care of her teeth is so important. Now, Lily is excited. She wants to show her friends how strong and clean her teeth are. She tells her friends about the dentist's fun chair and how she was brave. When Lily goes home, she says, "Mom, I am happy I went to the dentist. My teeth feel clean and strong." Her mom smiles. "I am proud of you, Lily. Thank you for being brave and taking care of your teeth." Lily knows she will visit the dentist again. She is not scared anymore. She is ready to keep her teeth healthy. The dentist helped her feel proud of her smile.
Lisa is a young girl who loves technology. Her grandmother gets a new smartphone and asks Lisa for help. Lisa says, "Grandma, first you need to turn on the phone. Press this button." Grandma presses the button. The screen lights up. Lisa explains, "This is called the home screen. You can see your apps here." Grandma nods and smiles. Lisa continues, "Let's open a few apps. Tap on the app you want to use. This is called tapping." Grandma tries tapping and opens a weather app. "Look, Grandma," says Lisa. "You can see the weather for today. It's very sunny outside." Grandma claps her hands. "I love this smartphone."
Let's take a photo, she says.
Lisa shows her grandma the camera app. "Press here to take a picture," she instructs. Grandma takes a photo. "Oh, Lisa,
I have a photo of us now, she laughs.
Lisa teaches more. We can also send messages. Press Messages and choose who you want to talk to. Grandma writes a message to her friend. "Hello, dear. I am using my smartphone. Lisa is teaching me." Lisa shows Grandma how to send the message. Grandma is very happy. "Thank you, Lisa. You are the best teacher," she says. Lisa replies, "Grandma, it's fun to help you. Technology is easy when you practice." Grandma agrees and promises to practice every day. Lisa smiles and continues to explore more apps with her grandmother. Lisa loves helping Grandma, and Grandma loves learning new things. Together, they have a great time with the smartphone.
Once upon a time, in the small town of Willow Creek, there was a young detective named Oliver. He loved solving mysteries and was always curious about everything around him. One day, the school mascot, a fluffy dog named Max, went missing just before the big football game. The whole school was worried, and the principal asked Oliver to help find Maximum. Oliver started his investigation by asking questions. He asked the football coach where he last saw Max. And the coach said, Max was playing near the goalpost. Then, Oliver asked the students, did anyone see Max after the last practice? But no one had seen him. Oliver decided to search the playground. He looked carefully behind every slide and under each bench, but Max was not there. So, he went to the school cafeteria and asked the cooks, have you seen our mascot Max today? One cook replied, I gave Max a treat this morning, and he ran off happily towards the library. Oliver's eyes lit up. He rushed to the library to continue his investigation. In the library, Oliver noticed some tiny paw prints on the carpet. He followed them, and they led him to a small room in the corner. Quietly opening the door, Oliver saw Max napping on a pile of books. "There you are, Max," Oliver exclaimed as Max wagged his tail. Oliver picked him up gently and returned him to the worried principal and cheering students. Just in time for the big game, Max was back to cheer for the team. Everyone celebrated Oliver's clever detective skills and teamwork. From that day on, Oliver became known as the hero of Willow Creek, and Max showed a little more interest in books. And Oliver was ready for more adventures.
Once upon a time, there was a teenager named Ethan who decided to start a neighborhood dog walking business. Ethan loved dogs very much and knew a lot about them. He thought it would be a fun way to earn some pocket money. One sunny Saturday morning, Ethan put on his favorite cap, picked up his dog leash, and went to his first client's house. The first dog he walked was Charlie, a lovely Labrador. Charlie was full of energy and always wagging his tail. Ethan enjoyed the walk with Charlie, who loved chasing after squirrels. Later that afternoon, Ethan met Max, a smart poodle. Max was different from Charlie because he liked walking slowly and sniffing every flower they passed. Ethan had to be patient with Max and let him take his time. In the evening, Ethan went to see Bella, a shy German shepherd. Bella was nervous around people, but Ethan was gentle and kind. He talked softly to Bella and played fetch with her. Soon, Bella felt comfortable and started to trust Ethan. During his walks, Ethan also met Lucy, who was a playful golden retriever. Lucy loved to play with her ball and always had a smile on her face. She would jump up very high when Ethan tossed the ball. One day, Ethan came across a small bulldog named Daisy who was very stubborn. Daisy decided she wanted to sit every 5 minutes, and Ethan had to come up with ways to motivate her to keep walking. Ethan's business grew, and he encountered many other breeds like Beagles, Dalmatians, and Chihuahuas. Each dog was different, and Ethan learned how to handle each one. He found that starting a dog walking business taught him patience, responsibility, and the importance of understanding each dog's unique personality. Ethan was excited to continue meeting more dogs and making new furry friends. Everyone in the neighborhood knew Ethan as the dog whisperer, and his business was a great success. Ethan was happy to have a job he loved, and all the dogs were happy too.
Emma was a smart, hardworking student. She loved learning new things, but there was one thing she really feared. Emma was afraid of speaking in public. Emma's teacher told her she had to give a presentation in front of the whole class. Emma was worried. She didn't want to speak in front of everyone. Her hands were shaky, and her heart was beating fast. Then, Emma learned some techniques to overcome her fear. First, she practiced her presentation many times at home. She stood in front of a mirror and spoke clearly. Second, she recorded herself while practicing. She listened to her voice and checked if she was speaking too fast or too slowly. Third, she took deep breaths to calm down. Breathing deeply helped her reduce fear and feel more relaxed. Finally, on the big day, she arrived early and looked around the classroom. She smiled and said hello to her friends. It was time for Emma to start her presentation. She took a deep breath and began speaking. Her voice was clear, and she remembered all her points. While speaking, Emma looked at her classmates. They were listening to her. Emma felt less nervous as she saw their happy faces. When Emma finished, the class clapped for her. Her teacher praised her for doing a great job. Emma learned that she could speak in public if she practiced and used the right techniques. Her fear was gone, and she was very proud of herself. Emma now looked forward to speaking in front of the class again, with confidence and joy.
Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Mia. Mia and her family were moving to a new country. Mia felt excited but also a little scared. She loved her home, but she was curious about the new place. When Mia arrived in the new country, everything looked different. The houses were not the same. The food smelled different. Even the birds sang different songs. Mia went to her new school. She was nervous on her first day. She wanted to make new friends, but she did not know how to speak their language well. So, Mia listened carefully to the other children. One day, a girl named Sophia came to Mia. "Hello," Sophia said with a big smile. "Do you want to play with us?" Mia smiled back and said, "Yes, but I don't know how to say many words in your language." Sophia nodded and said, "That's okay. I can teach you." Every day, Sophia taught Mia new words. Mia learned how to say, "Hello," "Please," and "Thank you." She also learned fun words, like names of games and songs. At home, Mia talked to her parents about her day. "I learned a new word today," Mia said. "I feel happy because I can say more things now." Mia also learned about different traditions. She went to a festival with her family. There were colorful lights, music, and delicious food. Mia saw people wearing beautiful clothes and dancing. She learned that the festival was a special event in the new country. "This festival is amazing," Mia said to her parents. "Our teacher told us it celebrates the harvest." Every day, Mia became more comfortable in her new environment. She learned to introduce herself, saying, "Hi, my name is Mia. Nice to meet you." Her classmates smiled when they heard her. Mia was happy she could speak the new language better. She made lots of friends and learned so many things. Mia understood that learning about different cultures and languages is like opening a door to a big, colorful world. In the end, Mia loved her new home and was glad she had the courage to explore a new adventure.
Once upon a time, in a small town school, there were two students named Jack and Lily. Jack was good at math, while Lily loved art. They were very different from each other, and they didn't talk much at school. One day, their teacher, Miss Green, gave the class a big project. She said, "You will work in pairs, and everyone must work with someone new." Jack and Lily looked at each other and thought, "Oh no." They were rivals, always competing to be the best in class. Jack thought he was smarter, and Lily thought she was more creative. The project was about designing a poster that explains the importance of teamwork. Jack said, "I can calculate all the sizes and measurements." Lily replied, "I can draw the pictures and make it look beautiful." They started working in silence. At first, it was difficult. Jack and Lily didn't want to listen to each other's ideas. However, they soon realized that the project wouldn't look good if they didn't help each other. Jack needed Lily's creative ideas to make the poster interesting. Lily needed Jack's math skills to arrange everything neatly. As they continued to work, they began to talk and share their thoughts. Lily said, "I never knew you could do math so fast, Jack." Jack smiled and replied, "I never realized how beautiful your drawings are, Lily." They started to appreciate each other's strengths. Jack learned how to use colors in new ways, and Lily learned how to make her drawings clear and organized. Finally, the day came to present their project. Their poster was amazing. Everyone in the class clapped, and Miss Green said, "This is a wonderful example of teamwork." From that day on, Jack and Lily were no longer rivals. They became friends who respected and admired each other's abilities. They learned that everyone has different strengths, and together, they can create something even better.